We will give it some time. We will start in 5 minutes. Okay, we will start. And if others join, they can join in the middle of the discussion. Okay, so thank you, everyone. I welcome you all to the second session of Autonomous Baja 2025 season success stories. And we have Team Ego today from Government Engineering College, Thrissur, Kerala, to talk about their Autonomous Baja experience and share their story on how they went from being in the last second position in 2024 season, sorry, to now being in the top second position in 2025 season. So we expect you to gain some inspiration through these sessions and discussions and understand what it takes to participate in an Autonomous Baja event. So for those of you who didn't attend the yesterday's session, let me give a quick intro about me. So I'm Vasant Krishnan. I work full-time at Jaguar Land Rover here in UK, United Kingdom, and I volunteer in Baja SA India, supporting the organization in conducting the Autonomous Baja competition. So I was also a past participant during my undergraduate for 3.5 years in an mBaja team. And I'm excited to hear the stories of our champions through this success story series. So we have three representatives from the Team Ego, Kevin, Darshan, and Ashwin here with me. So let's have a quick intro of all of you three. Tell your name, your role in the team, and what motivated you to participate in Autonomous Baja.
Hello. Good evening, everyone. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. I am Kevin from Government Engineering College, Thrissur, and I had a role of captain for the team Ego for the aBAJA event 2025. And along with me, I have Ashwin, who led the software part of our vehicle, and Darshan, who led the electrical side. So, on to Ashwin.
Good evening, sir. My name is Ashwin, and I am the member of Team Ego who was responsible for the software team, and that's all from my side.
And Darshan?
Hello, am I audible now?
Yeah, you are.
Hello,
We have some interference, Darshan. So try talking again.
am I audible now, sir?
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. Mhm.
Myself, Darshan. I did all the electrical and electronics part of our vehicle, and also I designed the autonomous emergency braking side of our vehicle and designed the control systems. And we can move on to other person.
Okay, okay. So Kevin, what motivated you to participate in autonomous Baja event?
Uh, while participating for an event, first I had two event experience, which was one conducted by ISNE, GKDC, and then to FKDC, which both were a karting event. So on to a new event, I thought of seeing the future. And of course, the future is all about the autonomous vehicles, which we are stepping towards. So for to get an industrial level of experience during my college time, I thought of that aBAJA is the best opportunity for me. So I was recruited to the team of 2024 aBAJA as a team member, and then to the position of a captain of 2025 aBAJA team.
Okay, that's good. And Ashwin, Darshan, any comments?
No further comments on that question from our side.
Okay, so everyone had similar type of reasons to participate in autonomous Baja. That's good. And okay, so with all this interest and with all this motivation, how did you go about forming the team to participate in the event?
Okay, for the setting of the team, first of all, we put a call in our SAEGCT Insta page, and we took the responses from that, and we conducted in an interview. More than going into the technical knowledge of the students, we more focused on the students who are willing to work and who is more passionate in this section. And also we check their presentation skill. Knowledge can be gained if we have an interest in the specific part. So more than checking a technical knowledge, we focused on their interest towards this autonomous part or the upcoming event, and also their presentation skills. And our team had 10 members, 10 students from the electrical department and 14 students from the mechanical, 4 from the electronics, and 2 from production. So it was our team split, and we didn't had any of the students from computer science or artificial intelligence section. So I think that more than going into the departments, like giving a specific number of students to each department, it's better to take students who are interested in the specific thing, and they will work. I am sure that they will work for the event.
I totally agree with you on that. So it's at the end of the day, if students have the interest, so they can learn anything and implement it on the vehicle. So it doesn't matter you are in a mechanical engineering department, as long as you're interested to learn how to code or how to model, it's well and good enough. Uh, that's really good, and it worked out for your team, and that's really good. Okay, so now once you form the team, can you talk about how did you go about making the autonomous Baja buggy? Did you make it from scratch, or did you convert a eBaja buggy into an aBAJA buggy?
We converted an aBAJA buggy to the autonomous Baja because more than spending more time to build it from scratch, if we have a base, we can implement our thoughts and we can make it faster, and we'll get a good time for testing. So rather than going from building it from scratch, we went on to modify the aBAJA buggy to an aBAJA buggy.
Okay, and how long did it for the base conversion? So for the initial conversion work, how long did it take, and how much did it cost you?
The total time that it took was about 11 months from the team formation till the event. But the first phase, it was almost completed by 6 months, including the design. And we were able to run it within 6 months. So there will be like time delays for the procurements, and some of the parts should be ordered. So everything included, we took about 6 months for it. And the cost, I think that it's an approximate cost. It was about 2.8 lakhs that we spent to buy the autonomous parts, or to convert the present aBAJA buggy to aBAJA buggy. All the small things to convert it to the autonomous Baja. But if we are considering the total cost of the vehicle, we are not sure about it, how much it cost, because it was already made by our aBAJA team, last year's team. So it was about the cost.
Right. Okay. So you used the 2024 eBaja vehicle and convert that into aBAJA for 2025, huh?
Yes. Exactly.
Okay. And how did the sponsorships from Baja India help you to reduce the cost, the total cost?
Can Darshan take on this question, or should I?
Anyone can.
Actually, from Baja, we were made available with the radar and processor, the supervisor control, the Jetson Nano. That did help us in reducing the cost a lot. Because if they haven't provided that, it would be another burden in the case of cost, of course. And also, we were not sure what kind of radar should we purchase and what supervisory control should we use on that. So we might spend some money in buying the wrong type of radar. That can also lead to spending of money in a wasted manner. So the sponsorship from Baja did help us a lot in reducing the budget for sure.
Okay.
And also
That's
the
good.
can part,
Okay.
the Quasar, that was also really helpful. We actually tried to do the can with some other custom transceiver, but it didn't work as we expected. So we were planning to buy some more expensive, but thankfully Baja also provided that. So it did really help us out.
I'm happy to hear that. So we will still continue to do the same this year as well. We will try to get more sponsorships as well this year for the new teams and old teams. I'm positive on that. Okay, so now let's talk a bit more about the event. So what was your favorite static and dynamic event, and what event did you find a bit challenging in 2025?
The event that we found challenging, like when we were at the event site, LKN was not the challenging part, but in our college when we were building the algorithm, LKN was the challenging part. But during the event time, we found out that the most challenging to us at that time were the endurance, and along with the ACC controller for the endurance, and also implementing ROS, or whether to implement a ROS. We had an idea of whether to use we had two GAN channels for the Quasar. So you were thinking, like, instead of ROS, why don't we just run every file and we get the data from those two CAN channel, and we do the full endurance using CAN instead of ROS. Like, we had an idea like that, but we didn't try to implement because of we because of the time restriction, like we had like 1 day to prepare for our endurance after fixing our ACC. From our part, after it took a lot of time. So from our perspective, the most challenging was endurance and how we approached it, and along with the implementation of software and hardware together. Like our vehicle was not mechanically perfect during the time. We had to work a lot to make it mechanically almost completely okay in the mechanical side. And even though that we our braking system was not that perfect, but still it was it was with the guidelines, but it was not perfect. So we had to really tinker around for AEB, ACC, and uh, the event that we didn't waste any time was LKN and TSLD. That's because we did a lot of testing, more than AB and ACC of our LKN and TSLD in our college. So as a result, LKN and TSLD during the event was smooth, but endurance, AEB and ACC was really bit difficult. We also had problems in our college, like how we were going to test the ACC or how we were going to test the AEB. Like it was difficult for us to test it, but we uh, prepared the algorithm. It sort of worked, and we improved it during the event time. So from the most challenging perspective, the event that was most challenging on the dynamic side, I could say during the event time was the endurance round along with the ACC, and
Mm-hmm.
in our college it was LKN. But comparing to also, if we were approaching the static event, it was the business presentation, because we had to prepare a lot on the economic side, and vice versa.
Okay, so this is the first time you're doing a Baja event, right? So previously, your team or your major members in your team didn't participate in the Baja. It was totally other events, and business presentation was a bit different for you this time, huh?
The people who
Yes,
handled
yes.
the presentation, so not had not prior experience in participating in Baja event. Like we
Mm-hmm.
had team members who had participated in Baja event previously, like from MBaha, etc. But our presentation team, etc., were not familiar with SA events.
Right. Okay. So if I okay, so as you mentioned about LK, so if I think about the 2025 season phase three, I would say you guys had one of the best LK attempts, and now as you are talking about LK, can you walk us through the development process that you followed? That is in college testing, what you did it in virtual, what you did in virtual testing, and how the entire process looked like.
Like for at first, the LKN team tried to select specific algorithms, like whether they should go with machine learning or they should go with image processing. Like at beginning, we try to keep it simple instead of going to the complex solution, and we had the complex solution backup. Like we had a pure pursuit algorithm ready if our image processing algorithm did not work. But thanks to everything working smoothly, we did not have to use that pure pursuit or fine tune that pure pursuit algorithm. And during the first phase, they had a difficulty in deciding whether we should use a MATLAB or Python script. But the people or the team that developed the LKN from our side, they were more familiar with the Python language than that of MATLAB. So we switched to Python specifically for LKN. LKN was the only sub team that used the Python. Others use MATLAB like ACC, AEB. Even the endurance had several bits of endurance work with MATLAB along with the Python scripts, but it had some difficulty. At last we had to convert the endurance uh, also to fully Python. uh, but in the beginning, the difficulty facing LKN was to select the controller and to figure out which algorithm we should use, and also whether in which language we should whether we should implement using MATLAB or using Python. Our team was more familiar with Python, so they implemented with Python. And after the phase virtual dynamic event, and our LKN was pretty good, so we had to test it in our college. But the thing was, at first we had to set up camera, and there were several problems. It is first, before testing out our LKN, we had to test it in a way that the vehicle did not move and the steering was just rotating, or we had to test whether the LKM was working when the vehicle was still. So we took the camera on our vehicle, means car, any other car, and we drove and we capture the data from roads, and we use that roads to analyze our LKN at the beginning. After that, we drew several lines, white lines on our grounds, and we mark the specific angles required, and we tested our LKN both algorithms, pure pursuit and the machine learning algorithm and image processing algorithm. The funny thing was that our pure pursuit algorithm was working in the college, but due to some difficulties, while the image processing did not work at all in our college. But in event side, it was directly the opposite. Image processing algorithm worked, but our pure pursuit algorithm failed. So that's all.
Okay. And if I remember right, so you guys had really good scores in your virtual dynamic event, right? So, and you mentioned about your virtual simulations being really like in your virtual simulations, your LK working well. Okay. So, can you maybe talk about how much it helped, this virtual simulation helped to reduce the total development time?
Like thing is that our team were parallelly working on hardware as well, because we had to participate in the event drive by wire event while taking the 8 in a ground. And it was during that time, or also like when we were preparing the software, the hardware team was working parallelly. So the thing is that when we are preparing a software, we need somewhere to test it and analyze it, and at least see if our algorithm or what we think is going to work is going to work properly. So as a result, IPG was really useful into testing our algorithm and seeing how it works, where it required refining, etc. So when it came to real life implementation, we could actually just tune several parameters and get along with it. Like in Elgain, when during the event time, the tuning was really required was really low because we had tested it a lot in IPG CarMaker and the algorithm worked very fine. But the thing is that when we came to real life, the camera and all of that exposure and every other thing came into play. As a result, it was different and the algorithm was same. The virtual dynamic events and the IPG, CarMaker, etc. helped us in testing our algorithm logic and implementation, and it guided us to say that yeah, we are doing this step and this step is almost correct. You have to go further, but you are going in the right way. That's what's helped us in virtual. Like the virtual dynamic event told us that yeah, you are working towards the correct path, but it requires a lot more tuning in our main event. Like if there
Understood.
was no
So
virtual
you
dynamic,
tested.
yeah.
Sorry, go ahead. Uh-huh.
It's okay. If there was no virtual dynamic event and we were just blindly implementing in our vehicle, then it would waste a lot of resource of the vehicle. It would waste a lot of time of and from our hardware team, and it would be really
Lots of
difficult to
money
like
also, actually.
yeah, like yeah,
We would actually blow out a lot of components if we did test it on the vehicle itself. We actually faced a lot of issue like burning of the brake system in the previous aBAJA team. So that was because the lack of testing. So this time, before implementing our softwares in the real vehicle, we actually tested a lot in the virtual dynamic event. Other than just to score in the VDE, we actually tested our algorithms in IPG also to make sure our vehicle won't blow up by uploading the software to the. So it did help a lot.
Understood. So it's like you did test it in some ideal conditions and some rainy scenarios in your virtual event, and then did some further fine tuning in your phase 3 event, or for your phase 3 event to make it more better.
yeah.
Okay, that's really good. So you made good use of the resources that was available for you. And okay, so now being this all new to you, right? So as you said, some of you participated in aBAJA, eBAJA, or some of you participated in other karting events. So, and many of you are from mechanical and electrical electronics. So, being all this coding and etc., being a bit new for you, can you talk about how was the technical support that was provided from Baja India side, and was it ample enough for you, or did you find any issues with it?
I mean, it was ample enough. Like if we followed all the workshops that was provided and all of the classes that were provided, like we could understand how the radar works, how Jetson works, how it should be implemented, etc. Like if we followed everything that was given to us, the resources that were given to us, and we took the time to understand it and ask the questions required. And also when you were asking the questions, and the technical team, etc., helped us a lot. There were several problems that we have faced. We asked several questions, and all of those were rectified, and answers were given during the time itself, as soon as possible by them. And they helped us a lot by answering our questions as well as providing us technical support on how our radar works, gestion work, and providing us classes on CAN, etc. So those classes were good as well, and the technical support was also good, and it was really easy to figure out. Like due to the technical team, we were able to ask the questions. We were able to know a lot more. Like you were not scared to ask questions. We were like, even if the question was silly, like you were like, go ask it. Like it's about gaining knowledge. So in the end, that helped me a lot. Personally, it also helped me a lot. Like I used to ask a lot of questions, and the technical team was very nice and answered all of these through the WhatsApp group as well.
Even in night 1 p.m. or 2 p.m., those guys helped us by putting a meet. Even when we are stuck on the software events, I like in the like connecting with the IPG, such simple tasks itself, they helped us a lot. They didn't care about the how big the problem was, but they offered the help anyways.
A point to add is that from the Baha, they also provided us a industrial mentor, which was also very helpful, in which he had more experience in this as he's a part of an industry. So it also helped us a lot.
That's nice. So I guess the Baha India, the members from Baha India, like they become part of your team itself at the end, like another team member, huh?
Yes, of
Yeah.
course.
Nice. Okay, so let's maybe talk a bit more about your 2024 experience. Okay, so what went wrong in your 2024?
Okay, I think I will be the most apt person to speak about it. So in 2024 season, first of all, while creating the team, yeah, at 2024, we had a team which was completely made of only the final years during that time. And I think, if I remember right, it was a 24 member team. And the thing that we gone wrong was that the final years got passed out, and literally there were no one to work for the vehicle. So at that time, the SAE GCT committee took a decision and added 6 more people to the event to continue this, 6 more people to the team, and I was one among them. And it was the first thing that we gone wrong in the last season. So while for the new teams, while creating a team, you should include the members from all the years in the college, so that if some of the final years are having exams, means parallelly the work can be scheduled to the third years or second years. That was the first thing that we gone wrong in the 2024 season. And to speak about the event side, in 2024 season, we had a plan of having 2 master cylinders for the brakes, and it was we were using a solenoid valve to switch between the master cylinders, one at the front and one at the back. But the thing that we gone wrong was while we choose the solenoid valves, it was not apt for the fluid that we used in the brake. It was the last conclusion. That means while pressing the brakes manually, the master cylinder at the back were overflowed. So it was a major issue in the event side that we had, and we came to a conclusion that the solenoid valves that we choose was not apt for our brake system. So it was the main thing, the headache at the event side for me in the 2024 season.
Okay, and what you did differently in 2025 in terms of team formation or in terms of your entire strategy, what you did differently that helped you to totally shift the outcome?
In 2025 season, as I mentioned before, there was members from all the years, and also we have switched a idea of having two master cylinder to a single master cylinder, and we used an actuator at the front so that the brake pedal can be directly applied. But the main constraint that we faced in 2025 season was a space for the actuator to be built in that such a constrained place. So we have made so many trial and errors, and at last we got a final solution to keep it confined without disturbing the driver.
And did you have similar space constraints for your steering as well, or was it only for your brakes?
No, for steering also we had, but I think it was more to the actuator of the brake, because in the steering that we changed was that in 2025 season the gears were pointing downwards uh, in within our steering column. So it had more vibrations, and also it was not good enough, and the rotary part was rotary part of the gear was coming too close to the legs, so it is not a safe method. So we just shifted it to an upside down. That means we totally shifted the motor towards the top so that it was working fine. I think the motor we choose was a compact, and was one among the apt one for our specific vehicle, so that it doesn't meet such we doesn't have much space constraint for the steering system in 2025.
Okay.
And also in our 2024 season, all the wiring and everything, the arrangement was totally messy. So in this season, we took a lot of effort to make the wiring completely arranged, and we also took care to mark everything with the proper markings were given to all the lines, and proper conduiting for each system, steering, brake, and everything, throttle were given separately, and the circuits were separated, and we did everything as per the industrial standard, so that we don't have to mess up with the wiring during the event site. So that was also an upgrade we did, that did help us a lot in the 2025 season.
I totally will agree on that, because when I saw your vehicle in the main event, I thought that was the cleanest and what to say, aesthetically really good appearing, as well as in terms of when I look into the vehicle, it everything was cleanly integrated together, and I really liked your vehicle when I saw it in the physical event. Okay, so
Thank
now
you, sir.
um, no. So okay. So in 24, with all those all the issues that you had, and etc. etc. How did you like maintain that motivation or energy in your team, and in turn participated in 2025, instead of, because generally teams do drop out after a particular season if they don't get proper results, or if they are not having that energy to continue. But how did you make sure to keep that energy high and in turn continue in 2025?
All the credit to that I will give to our faculty advisor as well as our team manager. Both were too supportive, and also more than just giving some work to someone. Uh, they were on to the work, and they'll be throughout the event. They were helping the students to attain, even if for example, if it's a software work, means I will be assigning it to someone. So without just assigning it to someone, and at the deadline asking what's the result, we were planning, the management team of the management group of our team was more to onto the participants, so that we can know each progress of the work, and we could help them if anything was needed.
Understood. They continuously followed up on what's going on and made sure the necessary support was provided. Hmm?
Yeah.
That's great. That's where I think the faculty advisor plays a very crucial role. And the manager, again, many teams have managers, but sometimes the role of a manager gets mixed with the captain or a vice captain. But if you properly define that role, it makes a lot of difference.
Yes, exactly.
That's good. Okay. So maybe let's also talk a bit about just you three. So what are your current career goals that you're aiming towards? And how did Autonomous Baja in turn helped you, or in turn is helping you now?
Okay, to speak about me, I learned a lot about the vehicle dynamics, the how the steering works, and more than just a mechanical engineer, I came to know more about the electrical and electronic part of a vehicle, and how these algorithms work. And basically, I would like to be a part of the automobile industry. So. aBAJA plays a crucial role in giving me the interest towards this automobile field. It's about me and on to Ashwin.
In my case, like I had no prior experience, like even with an Arduino, like I had no experience during my school time. Like when after the second year, like during the second year, I started going deep into engineering and I wanted to learn more about anything that I could learn about. For example, I had joined aBAJA as well, and since I wanted to learn the mechanical side of the vehicle, and since I had already understood a little bit about that, so I wanted to, go with the aBAJA as well, create an autonomous system. My dream is to currently create an electric vehicle of my own with an autonomous system, but it's going to take a lot of time. But I wanted to see how like an autonomous system is built, and I wanted to learn more about it, learn the process behind it, and understand how each of the electrical system works and how sensors, actuators, etc. work, how microcontrollers works, etc., and how we can actually utilize our computers to control a vehicle even remotely as well. Like there are so many new things that I learned, the communication systems, can, etc. Like I try to delve deeper into everything and try to ask the questions, and I try to understand everything that I could, and I consider this as a very important learning experience in my journey as a student in electrical engineering and electronics engineering, sorry. And I actually really learned a lot from aBAJA, even more than I learned more than I learned from anything else. Like even when it comes to software side, hardware side, the electrical system, electronic system, etc. Like I tried to learn everything I could, and I try to implement everything that I can, and that's all about going to Darshan.
For me, aBAJA did taught me a lot. Coming to the technical side, it taught me how to apply all the concepts we learn in the syllabus. As an electrical engineering student, we do learn about linear control system, advanced control system, also signals and systems and everything. So actually, we are in our current semesters, we haven't dealt with any of that. We are going to learn about that. So before learning that subject itself, we had a chance to apply them in a real vehicle, I mean, a real project. The control system for the three systems, the TBW, SBW, BBW, the implementation was a real challenge. The tuning of the feedback system, making the feedback system accurate, that was another challenge. We didn't have any kind of experience in doing all those things. So we had to learn everything from the scratch. In my case, I didn't had much experience in the software side, but because of the pressure, the tight deadline, I mean, not too tight, but because of our academics also coming in the way, the deadlines became a little tight for us. So with that tight deadline, we had to learn everything. And with the pressure, I was able to learn more about the software side. Uh, there is a saying that we learn a lot under pressure. So the aBAJA did provide me the correct pressure environment for learning about the software. I did learn a little about ROS and MATLAB, the efficient use of MATLAB in developing all those algorithms. That was a real learning for me. And also I learned the maximum capacities of microcontroller also, how to design an architecture, how to make an architecture stable. Also, I did learn how to do all those wiring, all those things in the industry standard. That was another great learning for me, because till the aBAJA event, I used to do everything in a very adjustment manner. Like for me, it should just work. No, the thing should not look good or should not be aesthetically pleasing. I just cared about the working of the products. But for the aBAJA, I did. Me and my friends did took great care to make all the systems perfect, also obey the industrial standards. And other than the technical aspects, aBAJA did also taught us that even if you do not know anything, if you are not smart enough, then also we can learn a thing from scratch if you are ready to put the effort. Also, if you have the dedication, and if you have just the right pressure environment, we will learn everything automatically. We just have to put in the hours. That's all. So that was the great learning, and all those things will. I'm sure that all those learnings gonna help me in my career, because I do want to make a career in the autonomous sector. So that was all about me.
Thank you for sharing that. Personally, from my side, if Baha was not there, I think I would have not become an engineer like what I am now. It actually made my engineering life better, and also helped me to put the stepping stones for my entire engineering career. Okay, and that's good to hear that all Baha participants have similar types of experience. Okay, so now, as a closing point to our discussion, do you guys have some comments or something that you would like to tell to our participants, the new and old participants of Autonomous Baha, and to the new teams who would like to come or who would like to participate in Autonomous Baha but are bit hesitant?
Okay, to add to that, the first point that I said itself is the main thing. More than checking for the people who have more knowledge in the specific field, uh, recruit the students to the team who has interest in it. So if one have the interest to learn, then he will surely learn by the time. And also the thing that I would recommend for the students, for the upcoming teams, is that you should, while preparing the schedule, you should give more time for the testing part. While testing, we will come to know that many of our designs or when many of our algorithms go wrong. So we should provide enough time for the testing part of our vehicle, and also we should plan accordingly to, if something happens during the testing phase, we should have the time to make it right. So we should plan our journey throughout this 2026 season. So it's a small recommendation from my side to the upcoming 2026 teams. Anything to add, Ashwin or Darshan?
From my side, I would recommend the teams to do the electrical and electronic side properly. Also, they should work on the mechanical side as well, because we faced a lot of problems while testing for the drive-by-wire physical evaluation. In that event, we actually understood the importance of doing everything perfectly, obeying the industrial standard. Even if it is about tightening a nut or putting a washer or putting a sleeve in a simple header pin, if you have the time, if you have any chance of doing it, do that. Don't leave it aside, because that's gonna cause some problem for you in the final event. Maybe it will work out in the collect testing or normal events, but maybe in the final round or the most important time, that can come as a problem for you. So don't let any simple thing left out, because every small things matters in your final result. And also, even if you think some learning everything from scratch and building everything in the very fixed time constraint, managing everything with the academics is practically impossible. These things can be made possible because we were able to do all this without even a single CS guy. In our team, there were only 2 or 3 people, actually 2 people with the proper understanding about ROS and Python scripts. So rest, all of them were not really aware about programming and all the software side. So we have to learn everything from scratch. In the final event, the phase 3 event, we actually have no one with the prior experience with the software side. So our software team had to learn everything from basic. Actually, everyone tried to learn the software side, but the software team did a great job. And also the electrical and electronic side also, we didn't have much experience in making such a complete system. So, we didn't have an experience in integrating or implementing a control system in real life. So everything was a new experience for us. Managing everything with academics, it was really a headache, but it was made possible because we didn't give up. Every time we faced a problem, we stood there. We didn't we didn't give up on it or try to look for another solution. We did do a lot of trial and error, even if it was the stupidest thing to do, but we tried it because we had a hope that something will go on a workout. So we didn't lose the hope. That's all I have to give. That's all the suggestion I have to give for the coming team. That's all from my side.
Thank you, Darshil.
I would like to add that the team should first try to implement the system in the most less complicated way as possible, and then after they had figured it out, they should try to only complicate it if required. Otherwise, unnecessary complication should be discouraged mostly.
Totally agree on that. If something simple works out to achieve the end functionality, I would also suggest you to go with that than complicating it too much. Dasan, did you had something to say? Sorry.
Yeah, because that was the main problem we faced in the endurance route. We had an option to make everything simple, all the algorithm in Python itself, but we went for rows, complicating the things. We spent an entire night building the rows algorithm, but in the event side, it did fail and we were not able to fix it. We tried everything, but then we tried to build all the Python script from I mean 1 hour, half an hour before the endurance. We were able to, we didn't know if it would work or not. In the test round, it was the only testing for us. We made the Python script that did work on our endurance from the event side half an hour before we put the vehicle on the track. So what Ashwin said is really a point. If a simple thing can work out, don't do any complex stuff. And if something works out, don't touch it. Build something from the scratch, then work on it. Don't complicate the. I mean, don't lose the perfect result you have. Don't lose something in your pocket to achieve something which you don't have. That's what I meant to say.
Understood. Thank you so much for that. Okay, so now we have 2 questions. Maybe the first question I will let you guys to address it. Second question I will take it up. So the first question is, was there any college support, financial, travel, or any component purchase to the department given by your college throughout the event?
The support from the college, there were no financial supports. All the finance was handled by the students itself in the team. And there was a lab, and that means the NCRI lab, which was dedicated to robotics. So we could use the components in the lab to test our vehicle, whether it works in our vehicle or not. And after that, the team will purchase that specific component for the event. It was going on like that so that the lab helped a lot for the testing of a vehicle, for testing the components. And to add on, we had a faculty advisor. The support from the faculty advisor is that I can't explain in words, because even the small thing that we do in our vehicle, we should speak it to him. He should approve it, then only we should test the vehicle. it was a strict rule in the college that everything should be gone through the faculty, so that it helped a lot in the side that he's more experienced in Baja. That means he took many teams for different Baja events. So the experience that he have is something that is unmatched. So that we had a good support from the faculty advisor. The financial side, there were no support from the college. All the expenses of the team was handled by the team itself. Anything to add, Ashwin or Darshan?
Also, there was no support in the academic side for our department, of course. So we had to, the real headache for us was to manage all the academics along with the aBAJA. aBAJA itself is a very high-end event. We have to stretch a lot for the aBAJA event alone. Along with that, if we have a lot of academic pressure, it's going to be a lot headache for us. So that was one thing I'm little upset about, because no academic support. I mean, we didn't have any liberalization in the academics. That what I meant to say in the assignments or the series test and anything like that. If the college would provide that, then it will be a great help for the student. That will motivate everyone to participate in such events. But we all know that in the end of the day, it is all about practical experience, the real skill set we have, right? So the college should let the students more focus on these kind of events. That is what I have to say about.
A small point to add that our college is a government college, so that everything will take time. Like if we want a approval to test a vehicle, it will take 2-3 days. It should go through each of the higher authorities, so that it made our it made our event more complicated than just going straightly to the test phase. Like we should wait, we should get the approval from the principal and also from the other managing people of the college. So it was a quite disappointing for me, but still the lab facility that the college provide is unmatched.
Yeah, it
Understood.
was difficult to
Irrespective of, yeah, sorry, Ashwin, go ahead.
it was difficult to get a ground for our testing. Like they didn't provide permission at first. Like we wouldn't provide the permission in this day, etc. So we had to actually use another school ground that we had no the permission from my school management to use the school ground as our testing ground for our drive-by via event because we couldn't
Yeah,
get the
we
approval
actually
from our.
did a lot of testing in the event side. We were not able to test our softwares, the ABACC and all the softwares in our college. We had to wait until the event to do most of the testing. Every testing was done. The AB was running the first time in the event side, not AB did. We were not able to do a single test of AB or in the college. So because of the unavailability of the testing ground, even though our college was huge and had a lot of area to do the testing, there was some issues with the permission because it was a government college. Uh,
Understood. So, but I guess in terms of your resilience, irrespective of all these issues that you had, you still kept going forward and finding ways to solve your issues. And this is something that that you will majorly learn through Baja, and that is something that you will that will help you in the future in your career as well. And I'm happy that in the physical event, the practice tracks helped you and major other teams as well. So this year as well, we will aim to have as much as practice tracks as possible parallelly for you to test. Okay, so now next we have one question from Arshad. Can you guys say what will be what will be new in this time? I hear it will be mostly the same as last time. Okay. Yes. So event as a whole, it's the same as last time, but if you look at it just as a external person, if you look at it, it will be the same as last time. But if you look at technically, there are new complexities. There are new different object classes that we have listed down. So if I'm not sure whether you have looked into the rule book. So in the object detection and classification event, we have added new object classes. So that is going to increase the complexity. And also in the endurance event, if you remember, if you look into the last year's guidelines, or if you talk to the last year's team, so the LK or the endurance had just smooth curves, smooth lane curves, but this year you will have sharp turns, and which will push you to look for different lane detection algorithms and different ways to approach lane centering. Okay, and in addition to that, this year we have left the sensor choice open. So last year it was fixed to a mono camera and a radar, but this year it's open. So you can explore other ways, other sensor fusion ways to achieve the end outcome. That is, you can go for a stereo camera if you like to use, or if you want to use multiple mono cameras, you can use, or if you want to use a LiDAR, you can use, okay, as long as it is within the 3 lakhs budget that we have specified in the rule book. So in terms of technically, if you see, it has a level of additional complexities this time. So yeah, so maybe for more info, you can look into the rule book in detail. And if you have questions, you can maybe talk to me in person in the call. Any other questions? We have 4 more minutes. So if anyone has any questions, we can take it up. You can raise your hand if you want to unmute, or you can put it in the chat. And in the meantime, I will put some contact details. Okay, so in regarding the sponsored components, only the registered teams will get the information regarding it, and it will be conveyed by the end of December. Okay. But still, if let's say a worst case scenario, you don't get any sponsorship this time, still you will be able to complete the vehicle within the 3 lakh budget that we have specified in the guidelines. And we have put that budget cap, keeping in mind the event complexity and the possible solutions a team can explore in order to achieve the outcome that the event demands. So yes, you can still, if you plan for the 3 lakhs budget for converting your aBAJA into an aBAJA, or just for your autonomous hardware, you should be good enough and you can finish it off. Let me unmute you. Yes, Namit, now you can unmute and talk.
Yeah, am I audible, sir?
Yeah, you are audible.
Yeah, so I wanted to ask, basically, there's always a ratio in the team that if there are 30 members, out of which only 5 to 10 members are working, was that the same ratio for your team also? And secondly, if yes, then how did you manage those sleeping members, or how did you manage overall work in the team?
Okay, I'll take this question. In our team, we had specific works for each of the members, which was we used to plan that we have a spreadsheet, and we will be giving specific tasks to specific member, and also the deadline for the task, so that every member in our team is responsible for something, and they should complete it within the deadline, so that everyone is engaged in the team. And out of 30 members, 6 members were seniors, so that they got passed out when it was about 3 months to the event. So at that time, the contribution from the 6 members were not there. Only the financial support was given by those seniors. So other than those 6 members at the last 3 months, everyone else in the team had their own duties or their own roles in the team. It can be of the software side, it can be of the wiring, or it can be of the mechanical design of some of the components, or else like the gears that we used, or many other components. And it can be the presentation. One team was working parallelly for the presentations, so that each and every member of our team had a role in the team, and they have done it in a great job. I can't tell that even a single member in our team was not the for without contributing in anything to the team. Everyone in the team contributed something for the event aBAJA 2025.
Yeah, I got it. Thanks. Good work, team.
You? Arshad, I have a reply to your question in the chat, but anyways, I will talk about it. So it's totally fine to use any CAN module that you think is best to go ahead with. You can in the future, or once a technical coordinator is allocated to you, after you have registered, you can talk to them about your options as well, and they will help you to further refine your solutions. Okay. We have some experiences working with other CAN modules apart from Kawasa, so we would be able to suggest you any other solutions, cheaper solutions as well. Okay. Okay, maybe Ashad, I will unmute you. Can you? Okay, if you have further point on that topic, you can unmute and talk, Ashad. Okay, anyone else has any other questions? If not, I have put my contact details, email and contact, through which you can connect with me. I'm available on WhatsApp always, so you can put out your questions. Yes, Ashwin.
I had a doubt about the software sponsorship as well. Like, would we have to use MATLAB and IPG CarMaker during the virtual phase, etc., and stuff like that?
Okay, so this year we are going with a new approach where we are planning to leave it open for you to explore. We are not going to mandate anything for you to use. That is, mandate you to use IPG or mandate you to use only ROS or Simulink. So we are looking to go forward with an approach where you explore what you think is best for you based on your experience or your expertise, and based on that you do the simulation or you do the software development. Does that help, Ashwin?
Yeah. Yes. Thank you.
Full details will be given to you once you are registered by the end of December. You will have some good amount of details on what support we will also be able to give you in the software development, because sometimes you might end up using very what to say, non-familiar or non-popular simulation environments as well. At the time we will specifically say what are the recommended ones that you can use and what are not recommended, and based on that you can choose what works for you. Okay.
Um, I am also glad to hear that this time we are having a rule book. Last time it was more to have guidelines, and it all was not specifically told. And this time we have a good rule book. I think the team is preparing it, so I am glad to see that in 2026.
It's released. So the rule book, first revision of aBAJA rule book is already released. So you guys can what to say review that, and the second revision of that with some minor updates, or maybe with some add-ons, not changes to the current ones, but with some additional add-ons or some guidelines for you to plan better. So we will be giving that second revision in the mid of December or by the end of December. So yeah, I'm also happy with that. Okay. We are over time, and thank you everyone for joining this session. Thank you, Kevin, Ashwin, and Dashan for all your inputs. Let's close the meeting, and if you guys all have any other questions or if you want to get some more details, do contact me. Okay. Thank you. We can close the meeting. Mhm. Bye,
Thank you,
bye,
sir.
bye. Hey, Pranjal, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we can end the meeting for everyone.
Okay. Okay. Thank you all. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Pranjal. Bye bye.